Most people treat cashback and travel points like they are the same thing, but they are not the same tool, and choosing the wrong one can quietly cost you money. Cashback is simple. You spend money, you get money back. Travel points are more flexible in some cases, more powerful in some cases, and more confusing in almost every case. The problem is that many people choose rewards based on what sounds exciting instead of what actually fits their life. A free flight sounds more exciting than $200 in cash back. A luxury hotel redemption sounds more impressive than lowering your grocery bill. A huge points balance sounds more fun than a simple statement credit. But rewards are only valuable when they reduce a real cost you were already going to pay. If the reward makes you spend more, travel more than you planned, pay annual fees you do not use, or carry a balance, then the reward is not saving you money. It is changing your behavior in a way that benefits the card issuer more than it benefits you. So the real question is not, are points better than cash back? The real question is, which reward fits my spending, my travel habits, my patience, and my goals? Let us start with cashback. Cashback is the cleanest reward because it is easy to understand. If you earn 2% cash back on a $100 purchase, you earn $2. There is no award chart, no transfer partner, no blackout style availability problem, no guessing whether your points are worth 1 cent or 2 cents or half a cent. Cashback is straightforward, and that is why it is underrated. For a lot of people, cashback is not the boring option. It is the best option. If you are trying to reduce everyday costs, cashback works. If you do not travel often, cashback works. If you want fewer decisions, cashback works. If you do not want to track airline programs, hotel programs, transfer partners, expiration rules, and redemption values, cashback works. If you are still building the habit of paying your card in full every month, cashback is usually a safer place to start because the system is simpler. Simple does not mean weak. A flat 2% cashback card used on normal expenses can quietly return hundreds of dollars a year without requiring complicated planning. A category card that earns more on groceries, gas, dining, or online shopping can be even more useful if those categories match your real spending. But cashback has one major limitation. It usually has a clear ceiling. 2% is 2%. 5% in a category is useful, but it is still easy to calculate. Travel points are different because the value can change depending on how you redeem them. That is the attraction. If you use points poorly, they may be worth less than cash back. If you use them well, they may beat cash back by a lot. This is why people love points. The same number of points might cover a cheap flight with poor value or an expensive flight with strong value. The same hotel points might be average at one property and very valuable at another. Transferable points can be especially powerful because they may let you move points to airline or hotel partners and book travel that would cost much more in cash. But this power comes with a price, and the price is complexity. Points require planning. Points require comparison. Points require flexibility. Points require patience. If you are not willing to compare cash prices, check award availability, understand fees, and sometimes adjust travel dates, then points may not give you the value you think they will. A lot of beginners collect points because points sound valuable, but then redeem them for weak value because they do not know what else to do. That is not travel hacking. That is just delayed cashback with extra steps. Here's the easiest way to compare the two. Cashback gives you predictable value. Travel points give you possible upside. Predictable value is better when you want simplicity, certainty, and flexibility with money. Possible upside is better when you have a specific travel goal and are willing to learn the system. If you rarely travel, cashback is probably stronger. If you travel once or twice a year but do not care about airlines or hotels, cashback may still be stronger. If you travel often, have flexible dates, and enjoy planning, points may be stronger. If you want to visit family on a route with expensive flights, points may help. If you want hotel stays in places where cash prices are high, points may help. If you want premium cabins or international trips, transferable points may be powerful. But if you just want to save money without turning rewards into a part-time job, cashback may be the better reward. The next mistake is comparing rewards without comparing fees. A no-fee cashback card earning simple rewards can beat a travel card with a high annual fee if you do not use the travel benefits. A travel card might advertise lounge access, hotel credits, airline credits, insurance protections, and big earning categories, but benefits are only valuable if they match your normal behavior. A $300 travel credit is not really worth $300. If it pushes you to book travel you are not planning. A hotel credit is not useful if it forces you to stay at a more expensive property. Lounge access is not worth much if you fly once a year. Bonus points on dining are not helpful if you barely eat out. Before paying an annual fee, ask one honest question. Would I use these benefits naturally without changing my spending? If the answer is no, be careful. The card may be built for someone else. Another mistake is forgetting that points can lose value. Cashback is usually stable because a dollar is a dollar. Points are controlled by programs, and programs can change. Airlines can raise award prices. Hotels can change categories or dynamic pricing. Transfer partners can become less useful. A redemption that was amazing last year may be average this year. This does not mean points are bad, but it does mean you should not collect points forever with no plan. Points are meant to be used. Hoarding points for years can be risky because you do not control the currency. If you are earning travel points, connect them to a real trip. Do not just collect them because an influencer said the bonus was amazing. Ask yourself where those points will go, when you might use them, and whether the program actually fits your travel style. Another important rule is this: never choose points if cashback would stop you from overspending. Points can feel less real than money. That makes them dangerous for some people. If cashback says you earned $20, points might say you earned 2,000 points, and that can feel bigger even when the value is similar. Points can also encourage fantasy spending. You start imagining trips, upgrades, and luxury hotels, and suddenly a card feels like a lifestyle instead of a payment tool. That is the trap. A rewards card should not create a lifestyle you cannot afford. It should reduce the cost of the lifestyle you already planned. If you would not buy something without points, do not buy it because of points. If you would not take a trip without a credit card reward, make sure the full trip is still inside your budget. Flights and hotels are only part of travel. Food, transportation, baggage, tips, activities, parking, taxes, resort fees, and time off work all matter too. A points booking can still lead to expensive travel if the rest of the trip is not planned. Now let us talk about sign-up bonuses. This is where points often beat cashback on paper. A travel card might offer a bonus worth hundreds of dollars or more if redeemed well. A cashback card might offer a smaller, simpler bonus. But the bonus is only valuable if you can meet the spending requirement with money you are already going to spend. If you need to spend $4,000 in 3 months and your normal spending is only $1,500, that bonus may pressure you into bad decisions. If you buy extra things, prepay bills you cannot afford, or book unnecessary travel just to earn a bonus, the math can fall apart. A bonus is not free money. It is a reward for controlled spending. Before chasing one, ask, can I meet the requirement naturally? Can I pay in full? Do I understand the annual fee? And do I know how I will use the reward? If you cannot answer those questions, pause. There will always be another bonus. Another way to choose between cashback and points is to look at your personality. Some people love tracking details. They enjoy comparing redemption values, reading award charts, checking transfer bonuses, and finding high-value redemptions. For those people, points can be fun and profitable. Other people want a system they can set up once and barely think about. For them, cashback can be better because it removes friction. There is no shame in choosing the simple option. In personal finance, the best system is often the one you will actually use. A complicated reward setup that you forget, mismanage, or redeem badly is worse than a simple cashback setup that quietly saves money every month. You also need to think about your current financial season. If you are paying off debt, cashback may be more useful than travel points because it can reduce real expenses now. If you are building an emergency fund, cashback may be more practical. If your income is unstable, simplicity may matter more than optimization. If you have a major purchase coming up and can pay it in full, a bonus might make sense. If you are planning a specific trip, points might make sense. Your best reward can change as your life changes. You do not need one perfect strategy forever. You need the right strategy for the season you are in. Here's a simple framework. Choose cashback if you want simplicity, do not travel often, want guaranteed value, are still learning credit cards, or want to reduce everyday costs. Choose travel points if you have a real travel goal, can pay in full, are willing to compare redemptions, can be flexible with dates or destinations, and understand the annual fee. Choose transferable points if you want flexibility within travel and are willing to learn partners slowly. Avoid complicated point systems if you do not have a plan to use the points. Avoid high fee cards if the benefits do not match your real behavior. Avoid any reward strategy that makes you spend more than you planned. The smartest setup for many beginners is not dramatic. It might be one flat rate cashback card. It might be one grocery or gas cashback card plus one simple travel card. It might be one flexible points card if you already travel. And the key is giving every card a job. One card for groceries, one card for travel, one card for everyday spending. If a card does not have a job, it probably does not belong in your wallet. And if you cannot explain why you have a card, you may be collecting complexity instead of value. Once a year, review your setup. How much did you earn? How much did you pay in fees? Did you carry any interest? Did you use the benefits? Did the rewards reduce real costs? Did the points help you book something valuable? Did the system feel easy or stressful? If a card is not helping, simplify. Canceling or downgrading may be better than keeping a card just because it used to be exciting. Rewards should serve you. You should not serve the reward system. The final point is the most important. Cashback and points are both tools, not goals. The goal is not to earn the most points. The goal is not to brag about a redemption. The goal is not to have the fanciest card. The goal is to spend intentionally, avoid interest, reduce costs, and create more options. Cashback can do that. Points can do that. Miles can do that, but only if you stay in control. If you want the simplest answer, start with cashback. If you want bigger travel upside and you are willing to learn, explore points carefully. If you want the best long-term strategy, match the reward to your real life instead of matching your life to the reward. Because the best reward is not the one with the biggest number on the advertisement. The best reward is the one that saves you real money, fits your actual habits, and helps you reach a goal without creating debt, stress, or unnecessary spending. Cashback is useful, points are useful, but control is still the most valuable reward.